What it do, y'all? Do not mind the mess behind me. I got stuff all over the place. I'm also this close to moving, and not only that, but I just been really busy today trying to take care of everything. That's why my screens are on, and I've been doing some research, blah blah blah. But today I'm going to talk to you guys about my religious journey. So, 2 years ago, I made a video called Protein Shakes and Jesus, and in that video, I talked about protein shakes and Jesus, and I was talking about my relationship with God and how I broke away from actually subscribing to a certain religion and just believing in God, just being the best person possible. And I do think that that is a good route for some people to take in life, but it wasn't for me. I grew up a Baptist Christian. My grandparents really instilled that in me at a very young age, and for me, I've always felt like me kind of believing in God but then not subscribing to a religion, it felt a little odd because, when I read a Bible, what Bible am I reading? Or what religion is it tied to? I can't read like a Jewish Bible and then be like, I'm not Jewish. It doesn't make sense to me. So it kind of felt like I was half-stepping in Christianity. So I decided to just fully commit my life again. And I used to think, and I think a lot of people grew up like this, I felt like when you're young, you kind of just, sin a lot, you do a lot of wild things, and then as you get older, you kind of mellow out, you start being a more active participant in the church and a better servant to God. And I kind of felt like that was the way life should go. I was wrong, and I don't know if these times are getting crazier or what, but I think that I need to get right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I look out into the world and I see a lot of craziness, and I don't think that it's a coincidence that there's a rise of chaos, or maybe just a rise of we've been able to see, and tie that in with the fact that a lot of people today are non-believers. And I do want to make a video about that because I don't think it's the people's fault. I do think that us as religious people, and I don't think I should put myself in that category yet, but religious people tend to be a little bit intolerant or a little bit too hypocritical. I think it's human nature to be hypocritical, but when you do it a little too much, it kind of pushes people away. And I do want to make an entire video on that because I've talked to a lot of people about it, and I kind of get the same story every single time. But anyway, back to my journey. I just feel like I have to get right, and I'm not gonna lie, I do live and I do partake in some sinful ways, and I do want to change that. So I've been reading my Bible, and I've been very, very busy. I'm hitting the gym like 5 to 6 days a week. I'm working 5 days a week, and I'm working like 10 and a half, 11 hours a day. It's a very hectic schedule for me, but I do fit in about 30 minutes a day to try to read the Bible. And I've been reading a lot of interesting things. I've thought about even making a channel dedicated to me reading like parts of the Bible and kind of being like a preacher for the youth. I know some people felt like the language that's used in it is hard to really read. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, sometimes I get frustrated reading it too because it doesn't feel natural. And then I started to doubt my reading capabilities, and I feel like my reading level isn't as high as it should. But I don't think it's my fault. I think it's just the language that's being used. And sometimes it's hard to really comprehend. Like, there's been times I'll read something, stop, Google it, what exactly is going on, am I reading this right, kind of thing. So I think that'll be a really nice thing to do. I don't know if I have the courage to do that just yet because I don't live a fully godful life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I live crazy. But yeah. And another reason why I'm doing this is that, and this is just for me, I've always felt like the further I get away from God, the worse things get for me. And I like to use this analogy, and this is so weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I kind of think of Jesus as like a router.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Just follow me, just follow me. So the way I look at it is, when you in the crib, you right next to the router, or whenever you need that good connection, you'll sit right in front of it. Or, if you really bout it, especially if you're a gamer, you grab the Ethernet cord, plug it into the back of the router, and you just get direct connection from it. If you get too far away from the router though, your connection gets weak, especially if you're playing games or whatever, you start lagging. You might have to cop a Wi-Fi extender, whatever it is, but the connection gets weak the further you go. And that's how I feel with my my connection to Jesus. I feel like when I get further and further away, the more hectic my life gets. I do have concerns with people that don't believe in anything, because I don't know where the foundation is built on how to be a good person. Like, is it just off of your own natural impulses? Is there something that there has to be rules. I don't think we're all 100% capable of self-governing ourselves. I think it has to come from something. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I feel like everybody should join a religion. I feel like it's a little dangerous to do otherwise. But yeah, that's all I really had in this video. Just a quick little announcement. I am working behind me. I actually have some notes and stuff on the screen, and I'm watching something to get a little more information. I have all 3 screens working right now, but I did want to take a second to make this video and kind of give you guys what's been going on, because I have not been making any videos. And part of that is I'm scared of my own success, and I'm starting to not get scared of it as much, and I'm starting to feel a lot better about myself. So we're gonna see where that takes me. But anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned. It's your boy RayQuan. I'm out.